It just hooks up so good. I cannot get it to spin. Okay, so what's going on here? Why am I reviewing what looks to be an airport shuttle van? Well, just wait a minute. This is way more than that. I'm reviewing this brand new 2020 Ford Transit because it combines several very important things. First of all, it's a dually. It's one of the most optioned and most expensive transit vans you can buy, and also it's an all-wheel drive van. So in this video I'm gonna do what TfL Truck does, which is real-world testing. I'm gonna show you how the all-wheel drive system works. I'm gonna show you all the features on this van. I'm gonna take it on the highway, show you an acceleration with it because it's got twin turbocharged power under the hood. So let's get started. I could not do this review without the help from our friends at Brighton Ford, Colorado. This van right here is for sale. Check them out using the link below. All right, so to start, let's walk around the van and figure out what makes it the new updated 2020 model, because Ford has made a lot of changes. So let's start from the front. To the untrained eye, the entire van looks kind of like the Transit van that's been on sale for about 5 years now. But the front bumper section is a little bit different, but here's how you can tell it's an all-wheel drive. It's a subtle difference. You see how this hub is poking out a little bit on the front? And it's not just because this is a dually van. This is also because of the all-wheel drive system. What Ford did for 2020, they're introducing this new all-wheel drive system that's very similar to the one in the Ford Explorer. Yes, Ford Explorer family SUV. So it's a combination of truck parts and also SUV parts. Speaking of truck parts, let's look under the hood. Under this little hood hides a 3.5 liter twin turbo V6. This is the EcoBoost. This is an engine that's very, very similar to the one that's in the current Ford F-150, but the power rating is quite different. In this Transit van, the power numbers are 310 horses and 400 pound-feet of torque. Max torque comes in at about 2,500 RPM. And I'm pretty surprised about how quick this giant van is. Oh yeah, you know what, this EcoBoost is good in any vehicle I've driven. It just has a lot of torque, and the rear end axle ratio 373. It's plenty to offer good launch capability. Not that you want to drag race a van, but still you want to be able to merge into traffic easily, which you can. And especially at high elevations like here in Colorado, I think this is the engine choice. There's also a naturally aspirated 3.5 liter V6 available in the Transit, also a 2 liter biturbo diesel. But if you want power and acceleration, this is the option. Yeah, and on the inside, the Transit is actually more of an SUV rather than a truck or a passenger vehicle, which what this model is, can carry up to 15 people, driver plus 14 passengers. But here on the inside is where Ford made most of their updates for 2020. This is an XLT, which is the highest trim level you can currently get. You do have power locks, power windows, but a manual key, which is actually pretty nice. So no push button start on this one. This is not a King Ranch. I'm joking, of course, King Ranch is not available. Here in the front is where they made the updates. You have kind of an updated screen. This version of the sync system is 3.4, which is the latest, but this one also has Wi-Fi connectivity, automatic system updates, full navigation system. So if you are using this van as a shuttle or to carry a giant family that you have, you can do all that stuff. Here the transmission control is kind of on the dash, very typical of a van. And right here there's also a mode button which you can select between several driving modes, including Eco, slippery mud and ruts towing. I'm gonna leave it in normal for now. There's also the traction control disable button. Oh, and one more thing, this van has an amazingly powerful air conditioning system. Here are the controls for the rear compartment, and I have the controls for the front up here. Either way, massive capacity for this cooling system, which is nice. Now, next up, I want to show you the passenger compartment, and actually let's count the number of cup holders that this van offers. For the driver, there's one cup holder actually in the door. There's a larger one up here. You can put your big gulp in there, so that's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 for the passenger, 7, 8. There's another cup holder right there, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. There you go. Every person in this van has at least one cup holder. Amazing. This configuration of the Transit has only one sliding door on the passenger side, but that offers access to this interior, which is enormous. This is high roof extended. I'm just over 6'2". I can stand up pretty normal in here. So if you are thinking about using this van for your next overland journey, and if you're buying a cargo version of this or a crew van version, which means you get a couple of rows of seats and then a giant cargo space in the back, it offers a lot of space and very competitive in the segment against the Sprinter van, NV from Nissan, Chevy Express van, and of course GMC Savannah, which is still there. As if this van wasn't dark enough already with all the black paint and the tinted windows, the letters AWD, all-wheel drive, are also blacked out. All right, let's open the rear. What I think is amazing is, well, first of all, how tall this compartment is, but also how deep. This is almost deep enough to actually put another row of seats in here. But I think then you might be running out of payload capacity, which I'll show you in a second. But look, you could like stack 4 of me here for luggage space and cargo room. And by the way, of course, you can remove some of these seats as well. There you go, just a pull on a couple of latches and the entire seat dislodges. So you can sit out here and actually go fishing on a riverbank. You will be very surprised to know how much weight this dually van can pull. You might be thinking to yourself, 5,000, 7,500 pounds. No, this configuration with this 15 passenger high roof extended length, 3,300 pounds is the maximum towing rating, because this van is meant to carry people and cargo, and it's running out of its gross combined weight rating, which is why it has a very small towing rating. You can still tow more. If you want to get a cargo version of this van, it will tow about 6,100 pounds or 7,500 pounds with a diesel. And because this van is outfitted by Ford, they have a factory payload sticker, so it's not a commercial chassis cab. 2,915 pounds, almost 3,000 pounds. This is basically what like an F-250 3/4 ton truck would be rated at, so it's very similar. It does not drive like a dually pickup truck. It just drives like a van. So it's fairly comfortable, and I think that's a testament to the fact that this is not a true body and frame construction. Yes, this is a very short distance, but I got about 13.2, 13.3 mpg according to the trip meter in eco mode. I'm running mostly on the highway, kind of with gentle acceleration. So for an 8,000 pound vehicle with this turbocharged engine, I don't think that's too bad. So how much does this van cost? It's actually has a starting price of just over $40,000 for a cargo version. But once you get this dually high roof extended length for every option, XLT, all the tech features, the price brand new van can go up to $62,000 or slightly above that. Yes, it's very expensive. This particular van you see right here is slightly used. It's got almost, 15,000 miles on it. So of course the price on this one will be lower. But yes, you're getting a lot, but you have to pay a lot too. And guys, go back to tfltruck.com for all the latest news, views, and real world big van reviews.